News that we want to get to. Minutes ago, we reported that Amazon is planning a new delivery service that could get groceries and staples to its customers in 30 minutes or less in some cases. Instacart shares are down more than 4% on the news. Joining me now is Ann Guillen, the reporter who broke that story. And it was a big scoop from you today. What do we know about this new offering?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Akash. So this is really interesting because Amazon is planning to get into the grocery delivery business even more aggressively than it already is. And so they are really laying the groundwork to get this new Ultrafast offering up and running. They're talking to vendors about what kinds of products they're going to stock. They are working on these new small format almost like convenience store type fulfillment centers in a handful of cities. And really, like I said, kind of laying the groundwork to take an even bigger share of the grocery delivery market.
And you talk about the groundwork. I mean, some of the details in your story, they seem to be moving quite quickly here, working with even scheduling drivers and shifts like that.
Yeah, they're looking for warehouse workers to staff these warehouses. They are getting their flex drivers, which are their gig workers who pick up delivery shifts. They're starting to add those shifts into their workflows. So it seems like Amazon is getting pretty close to having this be something that's rolling out to customers fairly soon.
Take us a little bit inside the boardroom here, because we obviously know Amazon has been marching deeper and deeper into grocery service for quite a few years now. We also know that grocery delivery is a really tough space. I mean, we can count the number of players here that have tried it. Fridge No More, Getir, a lot of them have said it's too hard. Why do you think Amazon thinks that it can do it differently?
Yeah, I mean, I think an important distinction here is all of those companies that you mentioned were startups. And while VC investors do have deep pockets, their pockets are not as deep as Amazon's. This is a company that has hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue every quarter, tens of billions of dollars in profit every quarter. So if there's a company that can afford to do something like this, it is Amazon. And I think people see Ultrafast and think, oh my gosh, it's this crazy thing that wastes a lot of money. But I think if you take a step back and you look at how it fits into the rest of Amazon's business, it actually makes a lot of sense. Amazon has really been pushing over the past year or so to grow sales of what it calls everyday essentials. So that's basically anything that is in the center aisles of a grocery store. So it's canned food, it's cleaning products, it's paper towels, it's cereal. And Amazon is also trying to expand that to include fresh produce, dairy, meat, things that are perishable as well. So, and the thinking there is that Amazon really wants to increase the frequency with which people shop on Amazon. So even if, it seems like some of these products are really low margin or something that Amazon might lose money on selling to you, at the end of the day, it serves Amazon's broader goal of getting you in the habit of shopping on Amazon, several times a month, or ideally several times a week.
So it could be a little bit of a loss leader here, in that maybe this offering itself isn't gross margin profitable right off the bat, at least, but you keep thinking of Amazon as, not just the high ticket items, but everything really.
Exactly. Yes. They are the everything store for a reason. And, they are interested in getting shoppers to spend as many of their dollars as possible with them.
And so just based on what you're hearing, I mean, do you think they pull this off? Do you think this actually becomes a huge offering for them, or does it remain sort of just something to bring customers back to the more profitable purchases?
I think it'll be interesting to see, especially as they start getting these new fulfillment centers that they're working on up and running. They're not in, major markets like New York yet, but, they have it right in their backyard in Seattle, in Philadelphia, also in Fort Worth, in Texas. So they clearly are trying to, see what they can learn from these early fulfillment centers and these early launches. And I think, only time will tell, obviously, if they decide to scale this up. But I also think that companies like Instacart, DoorDash, even Uber Eats, they have all pushed further into grocery delivery over the past couple of years. So it clearly is a service that people want and are willing to pay for. So I think Amazon thinks, who else is better positioned to pull this off than
Right.
them.
Great. Well, Anne, I want to thank you for coming on. We will be following the story closely. A reminder to viewers, we broadcast every day at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on this stream. Thank you for joining us for this breaking news segment. We will